So now, Simone Biles gets her chance. "22 world medals overall."
The first woman ever to land a triple-double in competition on the floor exercise. How did it feel making history?
It felt incredible. No female has ever done that skill before, but for me, I had trained it for a while now, so it was kind of just normal for me, but looking back at the videos, it doesn't look normal, and I know it's not normal.
Normal. In the way that you consider walking to be normal. And this is a really good example of what it looks like to acquire skills. The universal process by which humans acquire skills and integrate skills into their bodies. It can be represented with these 3 concentric circles, where the outside circle represents what is not yet possible. The middle circle represents what is possible yet challenging, doable but difficult. It's the zone of proximal development, the growth edge, just the right amount of challenging. And then the inside circle represents what is effortless, completely integrated, easy. All skills begin in the outside circle, and then as we develop in life, certain skills move toward that middle circle, and then if we continue to work on them, they move into the inside circle. Many of these skills are just the skills of daily living, and then there are certain skills which remain impossible to most people, but that some people have actually brought all the way into the inside circle, and Simone Biles is a prime example of this. Everything she does in the gym is unfathomable to most people on earth. Simone Biles is a prime example of a genius at bodily intelligence. Bodily intelligence is defined as a sensitivity to the feelings within the body and an ability to coordinate movement with precision and grace. There was a time when Steph Curry couldn't dribble a basketball, and then he learned, probably when he was like a week old, and then he developed that skill. But in the beginning, he had to pay attention to it every time he was trying. He had to apply conscious effort to it. But then as he continued developing it, it became not just possible, but easy. Now, of course, Steph Curry doesn't have to even think about dribbling a basketball. That's so completely effortless for him that when he's doing it, he doesn't have to think about it and he can pay his attention elsewhere. He can just kind of let the programming that he has instilled into his body take care of that skill while he reads the defense, listen to what Coach Kerr is saying, check the shot clock, be aware of the game situation, and calculate the best next move.
James trying to harass Curry. Curry off the dribble, layup off the glass.
It's very easy to see bodily intelligence in decorated professional athletes, but it's also important to recognize the way that bodily intelligence manifests in everyday ordinary life, in the way that you can insert your keys into the ignition with more or less grace and efficiency, in the way that a server holds a plate of food with perfect balance, turns the corner, comes to the table, presents it beautifully, and sets it down gracefully. Anything you do with your body is an opportunity to express and develop your bodily intelligence. In the first part of the definition, again, we said a sensitivity to the feelings of the body. What we mean by that is being able to shift your awareness to specific areas of your body and feel what's happening on the inside of your body in that area. There's a special word for this. It's a specific type of perception known as interoception, defined as direct awareness of internal bodily sensation. And these can be obvious or subtle, and they can be painful or pleasurable or kind of neutral. One of the most instantaneously relatable examples here is the way that in this very moment, you can, without even looking anywhere other than where you're looking, you can shift your attention into your hands. And you can now suddenly be feeling your hands. And you might even be able to feel the pulsing of your blood in your fingertips. It's a subtle sensation. It's not that easy to detect, There are two major benefits to cultivating interoception, to improving at the sensitivity piece of bodily intelligence. One is that you stay tuned into your body and you can have a better sense of what your body needs. These sensations that we detect within the body are essentially information conveying the status of the body's functioning. And so if you can tune in to increasingly subtle inner sensation, then what's happening is that you're detecting signals. If you never detect the subtle whispers of what your body needs, then your body's going to start telling you more loudly, and then it'll start screaming at you in the form of extreme discomfort. Maybe it's the subtle sensation of thirst or hunger or tension that needs releasing. Whatever it may be, if you can detect the signal, you can respond to it. And you have the innate instincts to know what the body needs. The other benefit of developing sensitivity to inner body sensation is that it's a really good way to get out of your own head. There are many people who can relate to the experience of basically being trapped in your mind, being unable to stop thinking so much, being unable to stop thinking about what you're thinking about. And this offers you reprieve from the incessant stream of thinking. This provides an opportunity to shift into a different mode of intelligence, bodily intelligence, and become primarily aware of inner body sensation. So when thinking turns negative, when thinking is keeping you up at night and it's generating anxiety, sometimes the most appropriate thing to do is get out of your own head and ground yourself in your body. There was once a time when Simone Biles couldn't do a cartwheel, and then she became aware that that was a possibility and she set her sights on it, and then she started developing it, and then cartwheels became possible, and then she continued to develop it, and cartwheels for Simone Biles became completely effortless. The refined mind is the mind that can pay attention to subtlety for an extended period of time. In all of the intelligences, sensitivity is a signature feature. And so if you cultivate your ability to pay attention to subtlety in any way, it'll translate to the way that you can do it in every way.
If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe.